Academy is the #1 institute in Trichy for NEET, JIPMA and NAIMS for admission to MBBS and BDS courses. We have achieved excellent results in the past. More than 200 students joined medicine in previous years. Highly qualified teachers, comprehensive study and practice materials, daily chapter wise and full mark test are our special features. Nivedita JEE and NEET Academy, Rogan Sarkar, That Road, 10th Cross, Tillanagar Main Road, Trichy. Cell number 875-400-2473. Nivedita JEE and NEET Academy is the #1 institute in Trichy for NEET, JIPMA and NAIMS for admission to MBBS and BDS courses. We have achieved excellent results in the past. More than 200 students joined medicine in previous years. Highly qualified teachers, comprehensive study and practice materials, daily chapter wise and full mark test are our special features. Nivedita JEE and NEET Academy, Rogan Sarkar, That Road, 10th Cross, Tillanagar Main Road, Trichy. Cell number 875-400-2473. Nivedita JEE and NEET Academy is the #1 institute in Trichy for NEET, JIPMA and NAIMS for admission to MBBS and BDS courses. We have achieved excellent results in the past. More than 200 students joined medicine in previous years. Highly qualified teachers, comprehensive study and practice materials, daily chapter wise and full mark test are our special features. Nivedita JEE and NEET Academy, Rogan Sarkar, That Road, 10th Cross, Tillanagar Main Road, Trichy. Cell number 875-400-2473.
Yes. Good evening, my dear viewers of King TV. We have been attending these classes for the last 8th session, I think so. So previously we discussed about auxiliary verbs, primary auxiliary verb, do form, be ing form, have en or ed form. Then we discussed about modal auxiliary verbs, 9 modal auxiliary verbs. That is will, shall, can, may, must, and then would, should, could, might. Then we discuss about the semi-modal auxiliary verbs also, be to, be going to, be able to, be about to, be bound to, then have to, has to, had to, ought to, need to, dare to, used to, and then had better. These all we discussed. And we also, there's many of the people are making errors in where means. Only in the third person singular, when they use as a subject, they are very careless in using the verbal form. When they have to use, when they use the third person singular as a subject, along with the, okay, shall we take that one? Hello, 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 hello. Okay, that discussion on kuduthuruma irukattum, off pantingla, so open it, right. Okay, if you have any doubts on that, you can ask any questions, you can clarify. Do you have any questions? You can ask even now, right. So mostly many other people are making errors in third person singular. Does, they don't use third person singular. Suppose in the statement you have to use yes with the verb. He walks fast, he writes a letter, she dances very well, like that. Third person singular, this is a quaternary sentence. She does not dance, she does not write, he does not read, like that. Does he read a novel? That way. Be verb, suppose a be verb, is should be there. Third person singular is. in the present tense, past tense was. Other things are and where you are using I, you have to use am, that one. And I also told you that most of the people are making errors in be verb. Be verb is used in three ways. One, as an auxiliary verb. Whenever it is used as auxiliary verb, you have to use ing form with the main verb. I am writing a letter. She is dancing well. They are performing her program very well. Like that. She was teaching a lesson. We were listening to radio. So that way you can have that one. Be verb along with the ing form. Another one, passive voice. It is used as a main verb also. She is a student. He is a singer. They are players. She was a dancer. We were programmers. Like that. We use that. And then it is used as a passive voice also. We discussed. Whenever we use passive voice, there will be a be verb along with the past participle form. The snake is killed by him, was killed by him. The snake is being killed by him. The continuous form, you have to use being killed by him. The snake was being killed by him. The snakes were being killed by him. That way. Suppose you use a modal auxiliary verb, the snake will be killed by him. That way. Has, suppose you use has been killed by him. The snake has been killed by him. That way. Close the door. Let the door be closed. So that way the be verb will be there with the past participle. It is there. And we also studied modal auxiliary verb. We told that these do forms will not co-occur with any other auxiliary verb, but have en and bing can go together. In that case, have en will occupy the initial. I have been living in this house for 6 years. There, have been. Have is the first, been, be comes later only. So live is at the end in the verbal group, right? So that way you are using modal auxiliary verb. Also we discussed each and every function in detail, and finally I told that what verb will go along with what, which one will be the finite verb. That also we discussed. When modal verbs are used in a sentence, in a verbal group, modal only will occupy the initial position. Here also do form will not co-occur with the modal, but have en and bing can come along with the modal auxiliary verb. In that case, modal auxiliary verb only will be occupying the initial position. They only act as a finite verb, right? He will be writing a test. Will is there, be comes later. He will have completed the work by the end of this month. Will have is there. And then he will have been studying, continuing his studies in the same school for the next 2 years. So, will have, when bing and have en comes together, have comes before. Before that, modal auxiliary will be there, right? Will have been studying, that way, right? And we also studied be verb. In be, that verb be is in semi-modal auxiliary verb also. He used to attend the function. It's a necessity, obligation. The Prime Minister used to visit Chennai 10th of next month. It's a scheduled future action. So for that we are using is to. Is a be2 is a semi-modal auxiliary verb. There is a main verb later on. And then be going to is a planned near future. We are using it. I am going to buy a new scooter. Going to, be going to is I am going to Chennai. That is a difference. So be ing and go is a main verb. Here I am going to visit Chennai. When you say that, be going to is a auxiliary verb, visit is the main verb. I am going to buy a new scooter. Buy is a main verb. I am going to, that is a auxiliary verb. That way we are using. We can use be along with the able to also. I am able to do that. Many people make error there. I can be able to do it. He could be able to do it like that. No, that's wrong. Can will not co-occur with be able to. You have to use only be. I am able to do it. He is able to do it. They are able to do it. That only be the correct one, right? So can be able to is wrong. He could be able to, wrong, right? Except can and could. All the other modal auxiliary verb can co-occur with be going, be able to, right? Right. Next one. It is used to be about to. About to is a schedule. That's a plan. That is a point of time. Point of time. When I was about to read my lesson, there was a power cut. You can use with the be bound to. Be bound to is a compulsion. It's a obligation. The minister was bound to resign. There was no other way for him to continue his service there. He has to resign. There was some allegation. There might be some problems. So he is bound to resign. He was compelled to resign. That's the meaning. Okay. Otherwise, he will be terminated that way. Then have to, has to, had to, we discussed. And this is also necessity obligation. Third person singular, you have to use a has. Other person, you have to use a have. Past tense, a had to, right? Have. In that case, you need not use a do form with the have. Do you have to do it? No, that's wrong. I do not have to do is wrong. That's wrong. Have you to do? That's the correct one. I have not to do it. That's the correct one. He has not to do it. Has he to do it? That only correct one. He does not have to do. That's wrong, right? Next one is it is used have to also. It's as a necessity obligation. In that case, have to, has to, had to. There is no difference between these. Have got to, has got to, had got to. Both are the similar. Only the stylistic variation. That's all. Okay. Have you got to do that? Have you to do? Have you got to do? Both are the similar. Right? Has he got to do? Has he to do? Both are the similar. So that way, no difference is there. Ought to is used for duty obligation. When you use change into question, ought you to do it? I ought not to do it. You can say negative. Need to. When you use need to, that also is auxiliary verb. To is only obligatory, it's not very necessary. Need you to do that. When you make into a question, need he to do, you need not use yes with the verb as you are using in the primary auxiliary verb. He needs a book. You have to use he needs a book. Does he need a book? That's a question. But here it's not like that. He need buy a book. Need he buy a book? There need, you need not use yes with the, many people make use a does also, does or do like that. That's wrong. Does he need to do the work? It's wrong. Does he need to buy a book? It's wrong. Need he need not buy a book. That's only correct one. Right? Need he to buy a book. That is the correct one. Right? Next one, dare to, is a courage. Courage is enough. For that we are using. Dare he to face any problem? He dare not to face any problems. Okay, he dare not to face any problem. There also you need not to use yes with the verb because it is auxiliary verb. Auxiliary verb you need not to use because need, dare both are auxiliary verb. Have to, have, has, had, they are also auxiliary verb. There you need not to use the do form again. Primary auxiliary verbs will not co-occur with any other auxiliary verb. That the same case with this auxiliary verb also. So it will not be used with the auxiliary verb. Okay, right. Then it is used to. Used to, you know, that is a habitual past action we are using. I used to visit my grandma. I used to walk on the Marina Beach every Sunday when I was in Chennai. I used to go to Agra to see Taj Mahal when I lived in Delhi. So that way you can use that one, right? Here, used to is a habitual action, regular action. When you use to change into questionary sentence, used he to or used you to, that way you can use. Used he to visit Taj Mahal every month. That's the question. He used not to. When you change into negative, you need not use did he used to or he did not used to like that. That's wrong. He used not to visit his grandma when he was in the village during Sundays. Okay, that way you can use that one. Had to, though is a past tense, you need not use it as a past. It is only it is used only in the present sense only, action sense. Okay. So these are the auxiliary verb. Mostly we have discussed about 32 auxiliary verbs. With the limited vocabulary, you can make use of, when you using these auxiliary verbs itself, you can, your fluency level can improve. That way you can improve your language. But improve your language, what do? You have to practice. Simply saying I want to speak will not help you. You should speak. You should speak your friends. You can make errors, but speak. But correct your errors then and there. So without correcting, simply making errors will not help you. Will not speaking. You have to improve your language also at the same time. Learn grammar and also speak well. Try to speak well. So English, it gives some status in the society. However, you are a wealthy person, you have got so many bungalows, a factory, rich, you got a car, everything you have. But once you talk, you do not know how to, when you talk with the other people, you use some bombastic words and also with the grammatically correct sentences. There your status will be somewhat higher. The people will regard you high. Okay, the language also gives a status to you. So you have to improve your English. Okay, right. Now, let us go for something speaking also. I would like to give some gist about that. You see, how will you pronounce this? How will you say this word? Action. You have to say action. Many people say action like that. Action. No. Action. So first syllable you have to give stress on the first syllable. It is a stress mark. In the dictionary also you can find stress